So, yeah, this has been resting on my mind ever since I got the day started. It's like, well, I barely even start the day, but that's totally not important. Now, what's important is that earlier, like, I think it was like a week or two ago, I did a video about YouTube removing the dislike button. And so far, it has fallen on deaf ears, inevitably, and that's to be expected from YouTube because they don't want to listen. Big companies never want to listen, apparently. Now, off record and on record on my social media, and so I have insulted the Western entertainment industry, especially YouTube, since it's based here in the States, here in North America, for a lot of their crappy business practices. A lot of their ridiculous rhetoric, a lot of what they seem to think is acceptable consumer appeal. What's crazy is I'm not even big on this stuff, and already I'm seeing a lot of this crap go down. I'm seeing a lot of people getting unnecessarily censored, a lot of dangerous people in the business getting away with things. I've heard horror stories left and right about people, especially YouTubers, getting shafted by the very company that has helped give them a voice, that has helped people become better consumers since 2005. And now here we are at this point. So, as I fired up my PC, I just discovered a video on Twitter from a widely known Japanese entertainment YouTuber called Totally Not Mark. He is one of the most popular individuals in the Dragon Ball manga and anime community that has talked about a lot of cool Dragon Ball videos. He has talked about various story arcs and things like that, the ins and outs of the Dragon Ball franchise. He's even talked about other Toei animation properties that have been adapted from the manga, such as One Piece and such. Like, he's very heavy on manga, he's very heavy on anime, he's very heavy on superhero movies. Like, you should check his channel in the description below. So, give me a second, real quick, if I still have it lying around. Nope. So yeah, this is the Twitter. So this is totally not Mark's Twitter, and as of at least 1:50 in the morning, I believe, today, as of this recording, he has went to his YouTube channel and has blatantly went at Toei's throat, talking about how his channel got completely screwed as a result. And I don't really blame him for doing this, because just from watching one of his videos about the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai arc, it's clear that he has really poured his heart into this content. He's really poured his heart into something that is not just a part of his childhood, but a part of mine and about anybody who is about this community. And when I saw this video, I'll show you some footage of it. It was devastating. It really sheds even more light on a very sobering reality about content creation, especially if you're an anti-tuber, video game YouTuber, or just anybody who even has an account on this platform. This and similar companies want nothing more than to use these people as toys. And that's kind of saddening. And yet here we are still on that platform trying to make our ends meet, trying to make our voices heard, and YouTube doesn't seem to care about that. TOEI doesn't seem to care about that because they've done this with Team 4-Star and similar people who's even shown clip videos of Dragon Ball videos, Kamen, and it's not just anime either. It's also tokusatsu because TOEI is one of the biggest juggernauts in that genre as well. Be it Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Metal Hero, all these things. Like, if you couldn't tell by what I was doing with the Shoto phone earlier in this video, then it is abundantly clear that I feel that TOEI is continuously messing up. I mean, this isn't one of the dumbest things that they have done. They've, on their international YouTube channel, for example, when it comes to their more mainstream franchises, such as Kamen Rider, especially Kamen Rider, all they've shown is the first 2 episodes of a Heisei or a Reiwa Rider show, such as Kamen Rider 01, Zio, and Saber. And that's about it. Never mind the fan feedback on, oh, we need more. They just continue to just leave people in suspense, and that's about it. Only showing people a clip of what they want to see. TOEI has considerably done a lot of cock teasing to their fans, given even bigger fans a bigger spotlight to advertise their stuff, and at the same time stab them on the back just moments later. Like, what's happening with Totally Not Mark and his career really needs to stop, and it really has to end. Like, we can't just sit idly by. And these companies continue to pull this crap so much and act like it's piracy. And they wonder why they're still getting pirated and having their stuff being taken for free. Which, if you're going to commission someone like Totally Mark, I'm sorry to say this, but if you're going to commission guys like Totally Not, now if you're going to commission dudes like Totally Not Mark over here, and then stab him on the back, you deserve to have your content pirated. I'm sorry. Maybe a hot take, but I don't care. Like, you really deserve to have your content pirated, and you really deserve to lose revenue for such a terrible practice. We are far past unacceptable here. Like, this is ridiculous business practices. This is a ridiculous business practice right here. I know I've been rambling about this, but this needs to be talked about. Like, it pains me to know that companies actually get away with this. And I hate to accept, and quite frankly, I refuse to accept the fact that this is normal. Like, with big companies trying to appeal to just about everybody, they end up losing and alienating a lot of the people that have stood by them, that have helped them for longer periods of time. I'm not saying they're perfect, but they really had their back. And it doesn't just stop at the people that they commission and then backstab later. It's also with a lot of their employees. Now, anyone who knows a thing or two about Toei Animation especially knows that Toei really sucks at retention. Like, they house new talent, but also cause them a great deal of problems. Like, why do you think, like, episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super sucks so bad? It wasn't because of budget, it was because they had a very crappy scheduling practice. And because of that, animators are scrambling to make content for multiple shows simultaneously. Maybe I'm wrong on this one. Maybe I haven't done my research. But I feel that that might have played an integral factor in why Toei has messed up in that field. Like, I really want to like Toei because they really given us some cool stuff that we've grown up on. Like, they've given us Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, One Piece, World Trigger, the Precure series. Sure, they haven't animated it. Maybe some of them didn't animate it, but still. Point being that a lot of our favorite anime and tokusatsu comes from Toei. And for them to completely flub this up so much, they're going to start losing customers. They're going to start losing consumers, knowing that things like this are happening. It really pains me to say this, but I find it amazing that I have not purchased any of their content in such a long time in terms of like videos and movies. Yet I've still managed to find how to watch them, how to go about watching them, because if what we're seeing from them is true, then it's clear that Toei really needs to fix this. So, yeah. When I was at AWA, I bought this Kamen Rider build, the Figurized Standard. I figured I'd get into model building after such a long time, because I haven't done so since Legos. But Kamen Rider build is from it hails from Toei and Ishimori Pro, but still Toei nonetheless. And I really hate to think that this will be my last and final purchase of a Toei property or paraphernalia until Toei gets their act together. Like, I saw Tengo I just saw Tengo Kaiger and Superhero Senki not too long ago. And those were fine movies. But the fact that they're under Toei's banner, especially after what I just found out today, I mean, I'll still watch Toei content, but I don't see myself pouring out money to them until they can fix the situation. And the fact that they're catering to a more Japanese audience is not an excuse anymore, either. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people in Japan are starting to disapprove of them right now. And I hope that's the case, because sometimes if you want a company to grow, some negative recourse has to happen. Because Toei not only has done some shady things to totally not mark, but they have allowed for double standards as well. Like, Mark also mentioned Stephen Colbert, and how he got away with posting Dragon Ball content on YouTube without Toei striking him. But when Totally Not Mark talks Dragon Ball, or when Mysteria Fusion talks Dragon Ball, or when any AniTuber or any anime content creator even breathes and talks Toei, it's a copyright strike, it's file action lawsuits, copyright infringement. But I guess if I'm some self-deprecating white dude who hates myself because of police brutality and makes comedy talk shows on CBS at night, I'm totally golden. No, this is horseshit. This has to stop. This has to end. Like, until Toei cleans up their act, and until YouTube cleans up their act, until Funimation gets their shit together, until Crunchyroll fixes their shit, I see no reason in financially supporting them until they fix their stuff. Until they take care of the situation and iron out everything that is wrong with what they're doing. Because they need to see stuff like what Totally Not Mark has posted. They need to be reminded of what's keeping them afloat. Like, they just Toei commissioned a dude, and then they strike him every time he makes a video. They strip him of his videos. They took away, like, hundreds of his content. Like, halving his paycheck. Just because Dragon Ball and One Piece is on his channel. Like, I know you guys can speak English. Like, don't go acting like you can't speak any. You have translators on the payroll. I know you have interpreters on the payroll, so, yeah. You need to understand how crucial it is to respect your audience, how to respect the people you work with from outside of your country of origin. Like, people like Totally Not Mark and myself have stuck our neck outs for you ever since your inception, ever since you've brought anime and a lot of your tokusatsu to the States. And you have the nerve to pull this crap countless times? You're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and you continue to pull this crap. Even Disney isn't that retarded, considering the amount of reaction videos that they have allowed on multiple platforms. And you've worked with Toei heavy. If this keeps up, you're going to lose a lot of cash. If you value putting money on your... If you value putting food in your children's mouth, then you need to stop these ridiculous practices. You need to fix this. You need to cut Team 4-Star, Mr. Fusion, Totally Not Mark, and countless other content creators that praise, criticize, and make mention of your work a break. Something has to break. Something's gotta give. Because this is not good for people like him. And it's a lot worse for people like myself who want to talk about your content and want to sing the praises of your work. And yet you have the gall to pull this crap. This needs to be fixed. And until you reverse your boneheaded practices, you're going to lose some money. You're going to lose some hefty investments. Maybe not now, maybe not overnight, but eventually you're going to see the fruits of what you do. Pride goes before a fall, and I think a lot of big corporations need to realize this. I know making money is a part of how you do things, but if you disregard your audience and the people that are giving you money and are risking credit card debt for you, then people are going to have better reasons to not consume your product. I may not be a business major, but I know that this is how the world works. I know there's some shady companies, but this is not an excuse anymore. This is not working. I was already considering trying to order a lot of content, a lot of products based on a lot of the things that Toei has worked on, but it doesn't seem like I wanted anything to do with purchasing anything Toei related until this is fixed. Until Totally Not Mark and countless other content creators like him get the justice that they deserve. I want to continue watching tokusatsu from Toei, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Metal Heroes, a lot of their tokusatsu and content, like Kabutok, Wind Spectre, and such. I want to continue watching their work, like Dragon Ball and things like that. But it's going to be very hard to do so when they continue to just shoot themselves in the foot by making copyright claims. And the fact that this was not a robot doing this, this was them manually canceling this man and similar people like him, and now they have to make workarounds. But yeah, I think my time is up here, so if you still want to buy their content, then by all means go ahead. Whether you support Toei or not after this is not is not a choice that I want to control from you, that I want to take from you. Me personally, I'm gonna have to hold off on making any pre-orders to Toei related content. I'm sorry, because until they fix this, I don't see myself wanting to invest in this, because they need to see what they've done wrong. They really need to see where they're going wrong with this. But yeah, that's my rambling on why Toei needs to change. Until next time, this is Show signing out. Catch you guys in another video. And I promise you, Wildcard Fighter is coming soon, and the rest of the Wonderful 101 Let's Play. So, yeah. Till next time.